Me today. Great. What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome to the welcome to the live Q&A. Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning, guys. If y'all can hear me and see me, if my audio's good, you know what to do, man. Just type one in the chat. That way, I know that you know what I'm saying, we audible, and we visual. We got the combo. We got the 1-2 punch. Yeah. So TikTok's in the building too, man. What up, TikTok? You know what I'm saying? Type one in the chat if y'all can hear me too, man. We about to get this thing started, man. We about to get it popping. Um, as always, man, as a thank you for you guys coming and showing some love, showing some support, man. We giving out free resources, man. We giving out some guides today. Give you guys access to my free fat loss course, man, which includes the Big Belly Blaster course, how to lose fat, build muscle, maintaining with your favorite foods. We got the simple six-pack system in there. You know, hey, it's in the name. Simple secrets that are proven to help you get a six-pack, right? We got the ripped intermittent fasting guide, you know, how to lose fat and build muscle with intermittent fasting. That's in there too, as well as, you know, we got our 50 and 5 month formula in there too, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's how I lost 50 pounds in 5 months and just have been teaching it to hundreds of people ever since, right? So the link to do that is in the bio. Um, it's also in the what's the name? It's also in the chat too. So go check that out, guys. If you need some more resources, you need a little bit of extra help. We are here to answer some questions, guys. If you can hear me and see me, man, type one in the chat. Type one in the motherfucking chat, man, so we can get this party started, man. We got Rock With You sent me a heart, man. Hey, Rock With You, I appreciate you. I rock with you too, rock with you. You know what I mean? The feeling's mutual, right? Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie's in the building. What up? Shout out to Pinkie Pie. We got A Avi. What up? Yo, Unc. I was on OMAD. You told me 1,600 calories, 160 grams of protein a day. I'm 24, 179, 5'11", but I raised it to 1,800 calories and 2 extra meals in a day. Yeah, man, that's fine. Just track everything, right? Track everything that you're doing as far as obviously the macros, or it sounds like you're doing that already. And then look at the results that you get based off that, based off those numbers. After at least a week or two, you'll see if it's actually moving you closer to the goal in terms of, you know, either where your weight goes or where your body fat percentage goes. If you guys are like struggling to really see big changes on the scale, I highly recommend getting a body composition scale, right? Body composition scale measures not just weight, but also fat, muscle, water, all those things. So you'll really see beneath the surface how your composition is changing. So yeah, you'll know in the next week or two if that shit's working or if you need to change something, right? Who else we got in the building? Oh yeah, Pinkie Pie sent me a gift. Thank you, Pinkie Pie. We got Kenneth Blow Sr. What up, Kenneth? Hey guys, if you can hear me and see me well, just type one in the chat. Type one in the chat. We got Ruben Jr. What up, Ruben? Accent says My Fitness Pal. Yeah, My Fitness Pal's cool. We got who else we got up in here? Bacon Boy says cheeseburger. That motherfucker hungry. VH says one. What up, VH, man? Where y'all from? Who we got in the building, man? Rep your city. Type in the chat where y'all from, man. I want to know who we got in the building. Hit them with the blurred says, what's a good craving supplement? The best is caffeine. Just drink black coffee, bro, and drink a gallon of water every day and get at least your lean mass and protein and 30 grams of fiber. You'll never be hungry or have cravings again. Ruben is from St. Louis. Shout out to St. Louis. What up? We got my man Zach from D-Town, from Detroit, from Detroit, from my hometown. What up, Detroit? What's goody? VA says, good morning, Corey. Greetings. Top of the morning. Pinkie Pie, I don't feel comfortable given the city I live in. You don't have to. Right? I don't think anybody's checking for you. I don't think anybody in the chat is like, ooh, that pinkie pie, man. How can I go find this motherfucker? Right? Like I don't even think we could find you if we knew your city. Unless you are the only residents in your city, I don't think we could find you, even if we knew what city you lived in. Right? VH watching from Farmington, New Mexico. Shout out to Farmington, New Mexico. What up? 1900 Hood says, yo, I'm from DC. I got a question. Ask your fucking question, bro. Right? That's why we here. Just drop it, bro. Ryan Key, what's better? Beef jerky option for a calorie deficit and fat loss instead of Slim Jims? Yeah, beef jerky is traditionally better than Slim Jims. It usually has a little more protein, less fats. Fats are 9 calories per gram, while protein and carbs are 4 calories per gram. So naturally, if you go with something a little bit higher in protein, lower in fats, you'll get something that typically is less calories, right? I'm not looking at Slim Jim's label right now, so I don't know how many calories is in one, but I will say that from a nutrient standpoint, like if you get a little bit more protein, usually it's a little bit leaner. And obviously it's going to contribute to your fat loss better because protein does what? It maintains lean muscle, right? It actually keeps you more satiated. That's what I was talking to the homie who was saying he got cravings and shit about. And man, if you just eat more protein, you're not gonna be hungry. So that would definitely help. Bobby Grayson from Detroit. D-Town is heavy in the building. Well, shout out to Detroit, man. Shout out to my hometown. Kyle George, are PB&J's on 647 bread a good pre-workout snack? Nah, man, I think that's trash. I don't think that's a good pre-workout snack. Because it digests slow with the peanut butter, right? You want something that, depending on when your workout is, if your workout's within 90 minutes, you don't want something that digests slow. You want something that digests fast, so it's not sitting on you on your workout and you feeling all heavy and shit. Rock With You says, I have a long way to go. The videos and live streams recommendations help. Blessings to you. Hey, shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Many blessings, and I'm glad you get some value from this shit. Della Blankenship. That's a great last name. Good morning from Greensboro. Good morning. Greetings. We got, the homie A Avi is from Ontario, Canada. Could you check my second message? You got to drop that shit again, man. So I'm streaming in multiple places. That's why if I miss your message, it's not personal. I guarantee, like, like if you drop it again, though, it's better a chance, likelihood I see it. Mr. Boyd, salute CA. What up, Mr. Boyd? Watching from Chicago. Go Bears. Sorry to hear that, man. No, I'm playing. I fuck with Chicago, man. I got family out there. Kevon says, question, if I work out 4 times out the week and 1 day out the week, I eat 200 extra calories out of my deficit, will I still gain weight from 200 extra? Nah, I mean, I don't see why you would. Like, think about it, right? If you train intensely for somewhere between like an hour to 90 minutes, you're probably going to burn somewhere around maybe 150 to 200 calories anyway. So you've burnt that in a workout within the week. And if you're looking at being a deficit most of the week, a lot of the times that's only going to bring you maybe back to maintenance, but 200 is not a lot of calories, bro. Like from the standpoint of the whole week, it's not a lot of calories. You got to think a pound of fat is 3,500 calories, right? So that's not even a quarter of a pound of fat. So you really don't have no legit concerns eating another 200, bro. Right? You overthinking that shit. Good morning from Arkansas, says April Sherlock. What's good? What's good, April? Arkansas. My man's Andre Smith is from South Carolina. What up? What up? SC in the building. We got Losey says, what's good, brother? What's good, Losies? What up? What up? Pinkie Pie, is turkey better for you than ground beef? No, it's not. Ground beef and turkey, relative from a nutrient standpoint, are pretty similar. Ground beef has a little more fat, usually depending on the cut, right? You can get like some fatty turkey too, but usually like it's a little bit more fatty than turkey. So it might fit your macros better, but like I think beef is is better from a nutrient standpoint than turkey. Because when you get beef, you get not just the protein and the fats, but you get like the zinc too. And the zinc is a vital nutrient, man. It's a essential mineral. You know what I'm saying? You need that to function. And then also it actually aids in testosterone production too. And you got the B vitamins in the red meats too. Is white rice good for you? It's good, right? Like good for you. It depends on how well you handle carbs, man. If you somebody that got like a high A1C, for example, I wouldn't fuck with it, right? But if your blood work is on point and you ain't got no problems with that shit, then yeah. I ate white rice, guys, every day when I lost 50 pounds in 5 months. I just made the shit hit my macros. That's the problem people have, is like most of the time you're not tracking your macros to know how many carbs you can handle to still be in the fat loss range. You know what that's like? That's like driving somewhere you ain't never been with your eyes closed, right? Why would you do that? Why would you drive somewhere with your eyes closed? Jasmine rice. Yeah, I love jasmine rice too. Jasmine rice got some fiber in it, so it digests a little slower than your traditional white rice. And that's why a lot of people say that it's healthier. But literally, man, it's about like the whole day's nutritional value versus just one item. Don't overthink one item, guys. Like that shit is not, if you got most of your food on point, man, for the whole day, one item is not gonna fuck everything up. Abby was 184 pounds, couldn't get below that weight, even doing boxing and big deficit, but raising protein by 60 grams helped shed. Now I'm 179 going down. Stop OMAD because I started getting dizzy. If you get dizzy when you fasting, it's because you dehydrated, bro. Right? You dehydrated. Why would you get dizzy? Right? One is dehydration, but then also two, your body uses two different fuel sources, right? When it comes to like making sure you function. One is glucose, the other one is fat. When you are fasting, you are using all the body's glucose. You're depleted of its glucose stores. And then you're telling it, hey, I want you to use fat for energy, right? That's what you're telling your body. But when it's converting from being glucose adapted to being fat adapted, right? Sometimes people just notice that they get lower energy. They might get really cold. You might get the chills and shit, right? Some people get dizzy, and that's because you're underhydrating. The hydration will actually help your body start to metabolize the fat and learn how to use fat for fuel again. So you're just not drinking enough water, bro. Kyle George, is 1 cup of brown rice, 6 ounces of chicken, serving broccoli a good meal for weight loss? Maybe. It depends on your total macros, man. Right? Like again, it comes down to the whole day. If you're not tracking your macros, man, that's your fucking problem. If you need some help, right, just go get my free fat loss course. I'm here today to help you guys with your macros too. So if you want me to break down how much you should be consuming for your whole day, just drop your age, height, weight, and your goal in the chat, and then I'll do your macro split for you here on the live. Matthew Joe John, is snacking on peanut butter between meals with ingredients of salt and peanuts help with weight loss? Nah, I wouldn't say it does. Snacking, you know what a snack is? A snack is a made-up marketing word for incomplete meal with incomplete nutrients, right? So when you snack, what you do is you give your body just a little bit of some shit, right? But not all the things that it needs, right? If you're talking about fat loss, you're talking about performing well, you're talking about optimizing strength, recovery, performance, even hormone profile, right? Stuff like that. You need like a good combination of all the nutrients. You need the protein, you need the carbs, the fats in certain amounts, depending on, your genetic makeup. And then you also need fiber, and you need water too, man. That's what I just got done telling Avi's ass. He was talking about, yeah, man, I'm fasting, but I'm dizzy. It's because you're not giving your body enough of what it needs, right? So like that whole peanut butter snack shit, like that's just a fat source, right? Where's your protein at? Where's your fiber at, right? How much water do you have in between that, right? It's not just one thing that's going to determine the success. It's all the things in combination, right? So you got to get out of this like short-sighted view that it's like one snack away from a small ass stomach. Nah, man. It took a lot more than that to get fat. So it's going to take a lot more than that to turn it around. Is peanut butter and bananas in my protein shake still healthy? Maybe, right? Maybe. Like it's not, again, it's not healthy or unhealthy. It's like how much is that for your whole day? Let's do some macros real quick. Let me give you guys a bigger picture. So my man's Andre Smith, he says his weight is 147 pounds. He's 5'4", and his goal is 135. So for me to do your macros, I need to know your age, height, weight, and goal, right? So if you just give me like 2 stats, I can't do it. I need all the stats. Thunderlord, how tall are you? I'm 5'10". McLovin says it depends on your goals. That's a fact. Also, Kyle George says, also want to say you got me off drinking Bangs. Now I'm on that Starbucks Nitro Cold Brew. Yeah, that shit's better for you, bro. It's cleaner, man. It's less ingredients. It's no calories. Chris Evans is 46. Shout out to you. All right, somebody finally did what I asked. A Abby gave me all, so I need all 3 stats in one message. 5'11", 24, 179. All right, so A Abby, I can do your macros. This is how it works. So now that I got those stats, A Abby, what we're gonna do is plug his stats into a BMR calculator, right? So this is something you guys can do on your own too. You know, if you're not feeling comfortable or you don't want to put your stats in the chat, that's fine. You ain't gotta fucking do it, right? But what we did for A Abby is we just found his BMR. That's the first step. A Abby's BMR is 1,800 calories, right? So that means his body's burning that on its own. So when you get your BMR, you decide if you're going to subtract or you're going to add to it. If you subtract from it, then you know that's going to put you in a deficit for fat loss. If you add to it, that's going to put you in a surplus for muscle growth, right? So then basically with A Abby, your BMR 1,800, we're going to put you at 1,600 calories, right, for your goal. I think you said that earlier that I gave you that last week, right? And then for the 1,600, what we'll do is we'll throw you into a macro ratio. My favorite for most people is the 40, 30, 30. For you guys that don't know what that means, that just means 40% calories come from protein, 30% from carb, 30% from fat. And then for A Abby, that's 160 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs, and then 50 grams of fat, right? You do that every day, A Abby, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that you stay locked in, with your hydration, you're going to see all kinds of progress. Guys, if that was helpful information, just drop me a thumbs up in the chat, just so I know you guys are like picking up what I'm laying down. We can do a few more, man. Goose Man says, Corey Armstrong. That is my name. Thank you for saying that. Eric Horn is 6'2", 305, 215. Eric Horn, you big as hell, right? I want to help you be great, but to do your macros, I need your age, height, and your weight. Like I can't do it with just 2 of those stats. Janice, what up? Greetings. So Janice did it correctly. All right, class. So Janice is 61, right? Shout out to the Silver Foxes in the chat, right? We got 5'7", 160. All right, so I see why you want to, lose a little bit of weight. You know what I'm saying? So to get there, what we're going to do is for Janice, we're going to find your BMR first, right? Your BMR, simply put, is the amount of calories that your body burns at rest. So for Janice, it's 1,400, right? 1,400 calories. We subtract 200 calories from that to put you in the fat loss range, to put you in the deficit. So that'd be 1,200 as your goal, Janice. So write that down. That's the goal for calories. Within that 1,200, you hit these macros to maintain health, satiety, strength, recovery, and then optimize hormones, right? 40% protein, which is going to put you at 120 grams a day, right? And then the rest for your carbs, that's 90 grams a day. And then for your fats, 40 grams a day, right? You do that every day, Janice. Get you at least a gallon of water, maybe sprinkle in a little bit of hydration of sodium or something like that. And then like 30 grams of fiber too. You're gonna get all kinds of wins. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the live, man, hey, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. So they send this shit out to the stratosphere, man. Just tap that like button a couple times if you're enjoying the live, man. That way the algorithm helps a brother out. All right. Jeff Smolin. What up, Jeff? 5'9", 54, 243. Too easy. All right. So Jeff, same for you, brother. So we're gonna put in your stats, right? We're going to determine what your BMR is, your basal metabolic rate. And that allows me to create a calorie deficit number for you. So at 243, man, 54.59, your body's burning 2,000 calories right now on its own, right? So then we subtract 200 from that. That puts you at 1,800, right? So write that down, man. Write that down, Big Jeff. And then look, then from that, we plug you into a macro ratio, right? Now the macro ratio that's prescribed, just to make this simple, is 40 30 30. 180 grams of protein for you, Jeff, 130 grams of carbs, and 65 grams of fat. You do that every day, you're gonna get all kinds of fat loss, man. Guys, if y'all enjoying this, if it's helpful, hit that like button. Like the live. Veronica says you don't take into account activity level. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think it's one of the worst activity level multipliers, or like TDEE calculators, are some of the worst things you can utilize as a metric for fat loss in modern society. Reason being is, like, a lot of that stuff, that data that you should add extra calories, it come from decades ago when America was like more active than it is now. Guys, think about your day in the life right now, right? The most active you are is in the gym. What the fuck is you doing the rest of the day? You sitting at a desk, you sitting in your car, you're sitting on the couch, right? We have never had as much convenience ever in the history of humankind, right? Think about it. You can hit a button right now on your phone and a person will be at your door in 20 minutes with your food. So we don't walk enough. We're not active, right? So to add an amplifier on top of like an already inactive, other than the gym lifestyle, it makes fat loss harder than it needs to be. Because when you add calories on top of what your body's already burning, right, for activity multiplier, it's like if I was attempting to, let's say I was shoveling in my backyard. I was like doing some, I don't know, like I was about to plant something. So I was shoveling out some soil. That'd be like if somebody came behind me and was like throwing dirt back into the spot that I just shoveled. Like, why the fuck would you do that, right? Like, that's making it harder to dig this hole. So, nah, man, I never do that. And who was that asked that? I think it was Veronica. Shout out to Veronica for the question, because I get that a lot. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I just found that when people add in activity multipliers, it makes fat loss super slow. And most of it's just because modern society is inactive, and it gets discouraging too. Like, imagine working out and dieting and doing this tracking shit that you ain't never done for like a whole week, and you might lose like half a pound. Like, that's, to some people, that's discouraging, right? So with the numbers I'm giving y'all, I'm telling you right now, because I've been doing it for a decade, right? If you follow the fucking numbers I'm giving you without the activity multiplier, you're gonna lose 2 to 3 pounds every week. As long as you're consistent, you're hydrated, you're getting recovery, and you in that motherfucking gym, not playing around. Now, if y'all like the sound of that, right, just tap that like button, man. Tap that like button. Mike Hood showing some love. What up, Mike Hood? Appreciate you, bro. Sha. When my fitness pass says my calories is higher after a workout, never use that higher number. That's the whole thing Veronica asks about activity multiplier. They're adding extra calories onto your deficit, which makes it harder. Again, imagine this. Imagine you driving somewhere, right? And you drove like 6 miles forward. And then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, your car just reversed like 4 miles on its own without you doing nothing, right? How long would it get to your, how long would it take to get to your destination? It would take long as hell, because every time you take steps forward, you're taking a bunch of steps back, right? That's frustrating as hell. Do not add activity multipliers. It's the worst shit. All right. All right, here we go. Some more macros. Chris Evans, shout out to Captain America in the chat. 46, 6'3", 255. All right. So 255, man, you in the biggest hell club, man. And I don't care if you talk, if you a man over 250, man, you still big as hell. You too heavy, bro. So let me help a brother out, man. Go get your pen and pad. 6'3", 255. You want to get to 225. All right. So here we go. Your body right now, you're burning a lot of calories at rest, 2,100. That's your BMR. So I would subtract from that about 200 calories, put you at 1,900. 19, right? And then plug that into a macro ratio. Here you go, Chris Evans. 190 grams of protein a day. You do that at 140 grams of carbs, 60 grams of total fat. Man, you do that every day, brother. You're going to have to get you like a gallon and a half, though, because you're tall and shit. But you do that, man. Get you like 30 grams of fiber. That fat is going to melt up off you, bro. I guarantee it. Mike Hood said, that's crazy. I'm 6'3", 255. Yeah, man. You still in the biggest hell club, man. You gotta lose a little bit of that and trim that up. Shashad, thanks, bro. Love these daily Q&As. Is it every day at this time? Guys, if y'all want me to start going live at this time, type live in the chat, and I'll talk about it with my team. We'll get it squared away on my calendar. Anthony Steen, can you still lose weight hitting your calories without drinking a gallon of water a day? Yeah. Is it going to be tougher? Hell yeah. Right? Hydration is like legitimately like a key factor in your progression, your performance, and your recovery. Without that, man, your body is not going to get what it needs to function properly. So you're going to definitely need it. And these carbs that I'm giving y'all, this is low carb protocol. It's not no carb like keto or carnivore, but it's low carb. So you're going to have to hydrate more. I started 267. You can do it. Yeah, man. Jeff. Hey, man, shout out to Jeff making progress too. Let's clap it up for Jeff. Let's clap it up. You know what I'm saying? Mike Hood says, when you free check my page, I look good though. Lowest I was 190, but I couldn't sustain the vegan diet. Yeah, why did you do that shit? Why would you go vegan? Sea salt before a workout? Hell yeah, man. Get that sodium in. Sodium is it's an essential mineral, man. It's not just for people who are like going keto or carnivore, man. It's for everybody, especially if you're lowering your carbs and you're lowering your processed foods and fast foods. Yeah, for sure. Corey, can you eat under your BMR for a long time and be safe, or should you raise the calories to your BMR after a month? You got to get lean first, man. If you fat, right, you got plenty of energy on you, right? But it doesn't start to become a problem until you like lower than 15% body fat, man. Right? That's when it starts to be like, all right, man, you might need to raise your calories some. But if you don't have that problem, if you're not at least 15% or lower, like I wouldn't worry about that shit right now. Because what is body fat? Body fat is calories you haven't used yet. Yeah, that's why your body put it there. Monster Energy Ultra Strawberry Dreams Zero Sugar White. Why are you dropping this long ass energy drink name in the chat? Are you asking me if that's good or not? I ain't never had it. I don't know what it's like, but Monster ain't got shit on like black coffee, man. Black coffee is the best there is for energy drinks, bro. 61, 5 foot, 15 pounds, want to look. Okay. I think there's some incomplete stats here. So VH is 61, 5 foot, 15 pounds. You not 15 pounds, bro. So I think you got to give me some more data there to help you out. You said sodium is an essential mineral, but what is high blood pressure runs in the family? High blood pressure, listen, the main thing you need to be concerned with when it comes to high blood pressure is you need to obviously control your sodium intake because you got plenty in your bloodstream. That's why you got this problem. But you also need to focus on lowering the consumption of your calories and lowering your body fat percentage. When I give these general recommendations on like sodium, I'm just making the assumption that you don't have an outlying condition like high blood pressure. Obviously, if you got high blood pressure, that advice doesn't fucking apply to you, right? You got to control your shit. But if you don't have high blood pressure, you don't have to worry about sodium giving you high blood pressure. Veronica, all right, I see you, girl. 44, 5'7", 166. Let's do it. Let's do Veronica's stats real quick. Guys, again, if you enjoying the information, you enjoying the live, just tap that like button. Smash that like button, man. Give me some love out here. All right. So Veronica, go get your pen and pad, girl. I'm about to save you a lot of time and headache, right? Because if you've been adding activity multipliers to your calories, that's why you're not seeing results, right? All right. So we would place you at your BMR is 1,400 calories on its own. So that's good news. All you got to do to be in a deficit, just subtract 200 from that, come down to 1,200. To sustain 1,200 calories in the deficit, you're going to make sure your protein is really high, right? Your fiber is at least 30 grams, and you're getting like close to a gallon of water. For you, your protein to be 120 grams. You get that every day with 90 grams of carbs, 40 grams of fat. Veronica, I'm telling you, you're going to be like 6 to 10 pounds lighter by Thanksgiving. Right? Just stay consistent on the grind. Mrs. J says hello. Hello, Mrs. J. Greetings. We got my man. Hold up. My man's Mike Hood says, I try to explain sodium to people. They think when you leave the gym, all you need is water and salad. I'm 25% body fat. Yeah, man. Man, if you're low carb dieting or you're sweating, you're active, right? You're losing a ton of sodium in your sweat and your waist and pissing, all that shit. So you have to replenish it. You know, you have to replenish your electrolytes, or you're going to notice headaches, nausea, cramps. You're going to get to the point where you just don't have any energy, or you're going to be lethargic. You're not going to be able to focus at work. That's all due to your sodium being low. I can't tell you how many people told me that they've, essentially had issues with dieting related to what they thought it was because they lowered their carbs. It's not because you lowered your carbs. It's because you didn't replenish your electrolytes, right? You didn't get your sodium back up when you lowered your carbs, right? Those things are not like mutually just one by itself. You have to do both. You're either low carb and higher in your sodium, or you eat high sodium, right? Or you eat high carb and then you lower the sodium. But that's another topic for a different day. What is my man said? Breathing keeping you big as hell? Really? Is it? Corey posting some C-rappy content. Corey family members. Oh, this guy's trolling. Rakesh, hey man, I just want to say I appreciate you for coming through. Obviously, you didn't get enough hugs as a child. I'm gonna just send you some hugs through the chat, man. Hopefully your fucking day improves, man. You ain't got to say wacky shit like that no more. All right. Yvonne Foster. What up, Yvonne? Let's talk about menopause. It's a total beast. Is that what you believe? You believe menopause is a beast, right? Be careful what you say, ladies, especially when it comes to this menopause shit. Because it's like, yeah, you think it's a beast for you, but like I know women who are on menopause and they're doing like bodybuilding shows, man. They're like competing. They're in the best shape of their lives, right? What's the difference between you and them? Oh, they just had different information and then they were more consistent in certain areas, right? So guys, I know it's a tough time for you. I'm not here to say I understand, because I don't. I ain't never gonna go through that. But I will say that there are women who have that problem or have that, sort of challenge, and they've met the challenge with, changing their behaviors and still seeing results. So it's not a limiting factor unless you let it be. You said, should I weight train 7 days? I walk 5 miles a day. I wait 3 days, so it's enough for 64 years old. I don't see anything wrong with anything you said. The thing that's missing is the most important part, which is the nutrition. What does your calories and macros look like, ma'am? Because None of that training is going to mean anything if your diet's trash. I'm here to tell you, you can work out all week, every single day, twice a day. If you don't change your diet, you're not going to see any results. It's 80% of what's going to determine your visual success. If working out was enough, everybody in your local gym would be shredded. Okay. Wade Dury says, I'm 6'2", 205. Started weight 238. Congratulations to Wade. Let's clap it up for Wade for losing some fat. Stayed in a deficit, lost that weight, but plateau. Any advice on that? Plateau is not real, Wade. Plateau is a perception. It does not exist, right? What is a plateau? Well, that's what people say when they've hit a point where their body's not changing the way they wanted to change anymore. But here's the truth of the matter. Your body's an adaptation machine. So all it does is respond to whatever signal you give it. If you give it more food, it does what? It grows. If you give it less food, it does what? It shrinks. You know what I'm saying? You lose that fat, right? So if you're not losing more weight and you want to, you're just not in a deficit anymore. The deficit that you once had, you successfully got here. But now that you're here, you need a new deficit number. So you have to adjust your calories and macros, bro. That could either come through the change of your entire approach, right? Reworking your numbers. If you need some help with that, I'm here doing macros today for the next 20 minutes. So you can drop your age, height, weight, and your goal in the chat, and I'll do your macros. Or you can go just grab my free fat loss course, and it shows you how I do it. But that's what it is, bro. You can do that. You can fast, right? You can do a 24-hour fast once a week. It's a real easy way to increase your deficit without decreasing your total numbers for the week or for the day to day. You can also do, just more movement. Like let's say you're tracking your steps and you're getting 10,000 steps a day, right? If you average that, just go to 15,000, right? Because that'll be another, if 10,000 steps burns the typical person 300 to 500 calories, depending on their size and conditioning. If you do another 5,000 on top of that, that's going to be another, possibly 150 to 250 calories that you're burning every day. So like, I would just say that, maximize the steps, right? Double it, maybe go, from 10,000 to 15,000 or 10,000 to 20,000. Add a 24-hour fast or 48-hour fast once a week, or just reconstruct your entire macros. Kai is in the chat. Young Kai, what up? One of my favorite people. Shout out to Young Kai. Hubert Jones, what up, Hubert? I need macros. I don't know where to start. 6'4", 37. You're 617 pounds. Bro, you big as hell. Go get a pen and pad immediately, right? I'm about to save your fucking life, right? 617 pounds, you big as hell. You in that club with my heaviest client ever. Heaviest client ever was over 6. I think he was around your range. He was either 620 or 630 range. He was somewhere like that. And I'm about to show you exactly how we did it, Hubert, right? Guys, if y'all enjoying the live, just smash that like button, man. Hit that like button so the algorithm, helps us out while I do Hubert's numbers. So Hube, get the pen and pad ready. So 37 years of age, 6'4". So what we have to do first is we have to find your BMR. That's your basal metabolic rate. That's basically the amount of calories your body burns at rest. So unfortunately, modern society's metrics for people your size is real fucked up, right? Like it is. Okay, so your BMR is 3,900 calories. Your body burns that on its own. Most calorie counters will tell you, yeah, you got to eat 4,000 calories to lose fat. That's fucking stupid, because if you were burning, think about it, if you were burning anywhere close to the amount of calories to handle 4,000 calories a day, right, you would be losing fat like crazy already, right? So I think to some degree the estimate is skewed, because if you was really burning 3,800 calories, that would mean you're probably eating like a surplus of 4,000, maybe even 5,000 calories a day. So what do we need to do for you? I say we got to get aggressive with this deficit. When I was coaching my guy Jeremy, who was over like 600 pounds, I started him somewhere in the range of 2,000 to 2,500 calories, right? So we're gonna throw you on the higher end of that. Let's go 2,500 calories, right? So that's your calorie goal. With the 2,500, we're gonna do a little bit of a different thing here. I think we're gonna get really aggressive on your fats, right? So we're gonna give you 35% fat, 40% protein, 25% carb. Because I suspect, my brother, you might have some insulin resistance. Matter of fact, I might bring them carbs down even more to 20%. If you that heavy, you probably got some insulin resistance by now. Okay. So Hubert, 250 grams of protein. That's the goal, number one. Goal number two is for your fats, at least 110 grams. Now, for your carbs, we're going to go 125. You're going to need to get like 2 gallons of water a day, like 1.5 to 2 gallons of water every day, Big Hubert, because you got a lot of mass. So you have to hydrate that properly. And right now, don't even worry so much about weightlifting. At your size, just do some fucking walking. Like, go for a walk every day. You might be discouraged by the amount of wind that you currently have. Do not be discouraged, bro. Right? Like, it took time to get here. It's going to take time to get this fucking weight off. Right? So just like, if you can only walk for like 10, 20 minutes without getting winded, right? Just do that every day. Right? Do as much walking as you can do every day. And then gradually your momentum will build up. With this deficit that I have, bro, I know you can lose your next 20 pounds in the next 30 days if you start now. Do not wait till fucking tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Start now. All right. Guys, if this has been helpful, you want more just some of the strategies and structures, just go grab that free fat loss course too. We're gonna drop that in the chat one more time for my YouTube and Facebook fam. And we also gonna encourage the TikTok family. Just go to the link in my bio for all my free courses and guides. All right. Hubert says it's hard to walk. I have a treadmill, but I broke it. It's all good, man. Get your big ass outside, bro. Go for a walk. Stop making excuses, man. Find a way to make this shit happen. Rick says, are you cows in and out or more hormone side? Perhaps mixed. Rick, I believe that there is a relationship between the two, right? I've had so many clients now that I know that calories in and out is probably like the thing for 80% of the population, right? That other 20% is people that their hormones are fucked up. So it don't even matter if their calories are right, because if the hormones are fucked up, the calories send the signal to the hormones to tell the body how to adapt, right? Hormones is what determine if you lose fat or build muscle, right? So traditionally, most people, like, if you consume the right macronutrients and the right amount of calories, it'll, the hormones will do their job. But if you real fucked up, like you got some insulin resistance, you got some high cortisol, some low testosterone, oh yeah, you're gonna have some problems. So that's why in my program, all my clients, we do blood work first so that we can see what's going on, so that we optimize for not just calories, but also hormones too. Do you recommend people getting on TRT? I recommend you go see a licensed professional and get your hormones tested first to see if you actually have low testosterone first. Then once you do it, before you even hop on it, like I would say, start a structure for at least 8 to 12 weeks of changing your diet and your training and your recovery routine and your lifestyle habits to see if you can optimize it naturally first. Because if you can get your shit fixed naturally without the TRT, obviously that'd be optimal, because your body be handling producing testosterone on its own. So I would say go some time first to go the natural route, and then obviously talk with your physician about what happens after you do a 12-week program. You sort of fix those habits. Then from there, make a decision if it makes more sense to hop on it or not. That's what I tell all my clients. Yo, my man's Shashan, 43, 180, 5'10", belly fat, vegetarian, but I eat eggs. Want to lose my belly, get arm muscles to pop by November 20th. When to consume creatine before or after, doesn't matter when you consume creatine. Creatine, it works when you saturate the muscles, right, with it. So it's repeated use when it actually becomes useful. It's not just using it before or after your workout. Neither one of those determines if you're going to absorb more of it or not. It's repeated use. I think you want some macros done. So let's do Shashan's macros real quick. And also, guys, if y'all enjoying the live, right, you want more help from me, just go grab my free fat loss course. Go grab that. Go grab that while I'm getting these. So what we doing for Shashan, again, if you just hopped on the live, we always start with the BMR. The BMR is the basal metabolic rate. That is essentially, that's the numbers that determine, you know, how many calories your body's burning at rest. So for Shashan, it is, hold that thought, brother. Your body's burning 1,700 calories on its own. So if you want to lose some fat, we would go 200 calories less than that. So for you, it's going to be 1,500 calories, bro. 1,500 calories. So 1,500, we put you in a 40, 30, 30, right? And that's going to be 150 grams of protein a day, 110 grams of carbs, 60. No, I'm sorry, 50 grams of fat. 50 grams of fat, 150 carb. Man, I'm fucking up right now. I need some more water. 150 grams of protein, 50 grams of fat, 110 grams of carbs. Shashan, you do that, you're gonna get all kinds of gains, man. You're gonna get all kinds of fat loss. You're gonna see some changes. George Kyle George says just take Anavar. all right. You fuck around and you know, fuck some shit up, man. Fuck roids, worse than food. We waiting. I think that's supposed to say eating. MM says steroids will only help with that age and time frame. I think it's not objective. It's subjective. It depends on the person and depends on lifestyle. I know people who are on the sauce, who are on the roids, that do not look impressive at all because their habits are not that good. Their habits are trash. Brandy, new creator, says, hey, Brandy, what up? Rick says, best live alive. Hey, appreciate that. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the support. We got the homie Shashan. Thanks for the macros. Is that achievable in 1 month? Depends on how fucking hard you go, bro. Stop asking, is it possible? Start asking what the fuck you got to do to make it possible, bro. That's a limited perspective, man. When you ask, is it possible? Who determines if it's possible or not? You do, right? So stop focusing on your limitations, man. Start focusing on opportunities to make that shit happen. You got your marching orders, now go do it. Brandy says, I'm getting my protein on and walking 5 miles. Shout out to Brandy. Kai says, period. Hey, you know the vibes. Young Kai know what it is. Avery, 28-year-old male, 188, 5'8", skinny fat. Damn, you out there looking like Sid the Sloth, ain't you? You got that skinny ass body with that little pot belly. I'm gonna help you out, man. Don't you worry. I don't mind being around 180. Okay. Because I used to walk around 145. You want to recomp. Look, here's the thing. Creatine and whey ain't gonna fucking save you. All right. I know these bodybuilders and fitness influencers is telling you all you gotta do is get some supplements. Nah, man, fuck all that, man. You gotta fix your diet, right? You gotta start hitting some macros. Make sure you in that gym hitting the weights. Do not be doing a bunch of cardio. If you skinny fat, hit the fucking weights, right? You can walk, but don't be running and shit. Don't do that. And then fix your numbers, right? I can give you your numbers right now. So let's do it. 28. Guys, while I'm doing this, I'm finding this for the homie Avery. Just hit that like button if you're enjoying yourself on the live today. If you're getting some value, tap that like button for your boy. So the algorithm says, yo, what up? All right. We almost got your numbers, bro. Okay, 188. All right. So Avery, your BMR is 1,800 calories. So all you gotta do is this: go into a deficit for a few weeks until you lose that fucking belly. A deficit for you would be 1,600 calories. We put you in a macro ratio, 160 grams of protein every day, 120 carb, 50 grams of fat, right? So you do that. You're going to lose your stomach in probably, like, I've coached a lot of skinny fat guys. It's probably going to take a good 8 weeks or so, right? Like, depending on how much belly you really got, right? And how active you are. So let's say 8 weeks from now, that'll be right before Christmas, right? Then around that time, you might, if you got abs or you feel like your stomach's flat enough, you might be able to reverse diet and actually start increasing your calories from your BMR and make adjustments from there and start to build on the muscle back after. So you might need to lose 10 pounds. This is what I do for most skinny fat guys and skinny fat girls, by the way. Might need to lose a good 10 pounds or so, get your stomach flat, see your abs, and then from there, increase the calories and build the muscle back up. So you lose the 10 pounds, but then gain the 10 pounds back in muscle. That would be my recommendation for you and your big ass belly, bro. I want to help you out, man. Rooting for you. And guys, if you want to learn how I'm doing like these macros and these numbers for everybody, you want to do this on your own, just go grab my free fat loss course. I got time for a couple more, then I got to get out of here. I'm gonna go live again this evening though. Jennifer E. Banks, good morning. Shout out to you. I'm 64 on a weight loss journey. Could you recommend a good protein powder? I think people overthink the protein powder, man. Like, I get this question every single day, Jennifer, and I'm not directing this at you. I just want you guys to know there is not a big difference between a lot of these brands. The only real difference is like the best protein sources have the least amount of ingredients, because the more processed something is, the worse it is for your body to actually break down and utilize the nutrients. So generally speaking, if you can find a protein powder that's like, I would say 5 ingredients or less, then it's a solid protein powder, right? But if you go with something real cheap, that shit gonna have like 10 ingredients in it. So, I mean, I don't endorse no brands. Like, that's the thing. Like, I don't have like a secret brand for you. I can tell you, I like this brand called Owen. It's a plant-based protein. Reason I like Owen is they got fiber in it because it's plant-based. And they have the ready mixed drinks and they also have the powder. So maybe Owen. Maybe you go with Owen. I think it's like 5 ingredients in that. But if you don't like plant-based and you want to go whey, there's a company called Raw that has a few good ones. I think Transparent Labs has a low amount of ingredients. Organifi is another one that has a low amount of ingredients, but that's on the plant-based side. There's so many. That's why you don't never hear me say, hey, man, this is the best protein powder. Because it's not no best protein. It's just like which one has the least amount of ingredients and helps you hit your macros. And that you actually like drinking. Hopefully that helps, man. I don't know if that answers your question or not, Jennifer, but like, yeah, right. That's my take on protein. A lot of them is like the same. I can throw a rock right now and land on the protein powder company, right? Any tips for reaching 200 grams of protein macros a day? Yeah, just do the shake solid method. I'll talk about it in some of my videos. Let me drink some water. The shake to solid method. 2 shakes and 2 solid meals a day. So you do shake, solid, shake, solid. So first, you break your fast with a shake with two scoops of whatever, protein powder you pick, 2 scoops in there. And most of them is you do 2 scoops, it's going to be, or 2 servings rather, it's going to be 40 to 50 grams of protein right there. Then you do another meal, a solid meal, that's somewhere around like 6 to 8 ounces, if not more, of dead animal. That's going to get you 40 to 50 grams of protein right there, right? And then you just do that again. Another shake, double serving, 40 to 50 grams of protein. And then you do another 6 to 8 ounce serving of a dead animal. That's it, right? 4 meals, shake solid, right? Super simple. Most people can do it. Most of my clients do it, right? And you're getting like close to 50 grams, if not more, every time you eat. So that's 200 right there. 50 times 4 is 200, right? So that's it. It's just plan it out. You're not going to wing it and get to it though. Like, you're not going to just wake up and like magically fucking eat 200 grams of protein. It's just not, it don't work like that. You got to plan for this shit. Kai says, hit the like. Thanks for the tips, coach. Enjoy your day. Thank you, young Kai. I hope you have a stupendous day. We are going to go live again at 5 p.m. tonight. We're going to get it cracking. Also want to let you guys know, man, who are looking for a little extra help. We're doing something special this week. We're hosting a free 6-week challenge. The info for that I'm gonna just attach in the chat. You guys on TikTok, y'all got to go to my story, but the info for that is there. We just had a 6-week challenge, and a bunch of people lost a ton of weight in 6 weeks. So it's like, 10 to 20 pounds. Most people lose in that range. So we're hosting another one just because we had so much success with it. You do have to apply, though. We're not taking everybody. We got limited spots. So if you want to get a spot before we run out, because they will run out, just go apply for that. I'm gonna put this in the chat too for y'all. 6-week challenge. All right, guys, if y'all enjoyed the live and you want to come to another live, right? Go ahead, just type live in the chat. We're gonna drop y'all that free 6-week challenge link. And I think that's it, man. I think we good. All right, y'all. Going live again at 5. Holla at y'all later. Peace. Yeah. All right, man. Thank you.